That is from Leads to Loyalty, a BFSI case study on creating a winning customer journey. For this, I would like to invite Mr. Ashish Nijhara, CTO, Acefone. Ashish is the CTO at Acefone, bringing over 20 years of product experience to the role. Throughout his career, he has worked with prominent companies such as SAP, HCL, and Samsung. In his current position, Ashish leads the development and technological strategy of Acefone's cloud-based communication solutions, ensuring they meet the evolving needs of business. Can we have a huge round of applause for Mr. Ashish Nijhara?
I know it's a session just before lunch, so I'll try to keep it as short as possible and try to keep it interesting and engaging. So I'm Ashish, as Mitali introduced. I've been with Acefone for a while. I've worked with companies like she called out with like SAP. I've tried my own startup, tried many things. But over the span of my experience, I've learned one simple thing is that customer is king, and we all know that. At the same time, it's important to understand that when it comes to customer, it's their experience which actually drives business, whether it's their interactions with us, whether it's actually dealing with our service offerings or anything which we as business have there to offer to a customer. So here I walk the audience through a case study for one of the insurance players we're working with. I try to walk everyone through the problems we've learned along the way, the solutions which as a platform from Acefone has there to offer, and the actual learnings from the case studies I'll just put up on the board. All right, so again, just some numbers to run with. I mean, you guys are much better experts. So this is a tech guy trying to explain numbers to the banking professionals and the BFSI professionals. These are our analysis, our numbers, which we have learned. Wherein I think in one of the sessions in the morning, even Balaji sir, the CTO from SBI Bank also mentioned the customer acquisition cost. The customer acquisition is a large cost. Even Dr. Roy mentioned in the morning. And fintechs, whether it's fintechs, the digital banking sector, the acquisition costs are 15,000. I mean 10 to 15K. To some banks could be 25 spending 25K. Again, fintechs could be spending anywhere up to a 10K number. It really depends on the scale and the investments you have really gathered. It's nothing to really work on. But the differentiator is what actually drives value. What we've learned I think it's not that only BFSI. I would try to be a bit more ambitious in calling that pretty much all the industries which we are working with. We saw travel being talked of since morning. BFSI, of course, is one of the industry wherein there is a customer churn happening, keeping where the customer is not in the center, as in their experience is being impacted. What we have learned is, again, some data points from Harvard case studies. Again, these are global studies. Maybe some are relevant to Indian context as well. That 25% customers switched a bank within last year. There are wealth managers being changed very, very often. 1 out of 3 is being changed. And of course, the customers are changing insurance. I personally, I've changed my car insurance provider pretty much every year because either they are not giving me the right service or they are too expensive for the value they are offering. So such as an end consumer, the learnings have been very different. Salesforce, being a CRM top vendor, has said that financial customers, they would switch for digital experience. And of course, Salesforce is building their own AI world and all the fancy things. But importantly, customers have to be at the center point, is what we all know that. And you know, the game changer is in our learnings, even we do for our business, any customer, the lifetime value, the larger the value of that customer, the higher the ROI from the same customer. From a business standpoint, any business will think like that. And if the experience gets hampered, the ROI gets hampered, and hence, and ROI gets hampered if the retention is shorter. So with this, I'd like to just quickly, you know, this is a high level understanding of the insurance journey, which, you know, again, as a software vendor, we have walked this, we have brought up on the board. You know, a lead journey starts at a lead, or a loyalty journey or a renewal journey starts really at the lead, where the customer comes in and they actually move down to until they review with us. They walk through all the layers of application, issuance of the insurance, the claims, if there is any complaints, support issues, as I also called out from a personal experience, and as well as the renewal. What are the problem segment of it? So product guy thinking problems and trying to work on a solution. So classical method, nothing rocket about it. So what we learned that there were limited time to generate leads. There were limited data points or touch points. The quality of leads, you know, we are trying to buy data, our own data, as Abhijit sir also mentioned, and they are fundamentally, the quality is at times either old, stale, not good, कुछ भी हो सकता है literally यहाँ पर. And there are then from an application, so a lot of customers, like I personally am very comfortable doing asynchronous conversations. So I'd prefer message or a WhatsApp or a SMS and so on. But some companies, they will keep you on a call, video record ho raha hai, or live video ho raha hai. I mean, I understand KYC, but as a customer, I'm not comfortable. So, and all my data, so sometimes what happens is, as an end customer, we are creating, they're taking all my documents. So I remember taking a home loan some years back. The bank person actually took all my Aadhaar license details on WhatsApp. कहते sir WhatsApp कर दो sir मैं system में डाल दूँ. I'm like, I'm not comfortable. Send me an email please. Because it's for them it's easier, but as an end customer, I would like to share it with somebody authorized. And importantly, they lost my documents also. I said I shared it with the agent. They said, "Arey sir, wo system mein reh gaya." I'm like, why is that happening? So you actually end up misplacing documents. It's haywire. Maybe you communicated over an email, but it's not available on an SMS or in the system or on a WhatsApp channel. It's kind of an omni-channel also brings in with its own set of challenges. And of course, the privacy, as I mentioned, is core. It leads to challenges in issuance, either in terms of its, educating the customers. You have to be very, very close in terms of, close to the customer in terms of explaining what does it mean from an insurance standpoint. There are softwares now, again, thanks to summary and all those fancy things which are there, wherein you upload a document, you get a summary, what are the core things to learn and so on. Again, whether that will cover all the things which a customer is supposed to know or not, we don't know. But the tech is there. There has to be a governance around it, right? So similarly, when it comes to claims, it should be easy. I shouldn't be calling an agent. I mean, the moment I say, okay, I'm in an accident, it's a car insurance, or I'm in a health emergency, it should be, the insurance should immediately kick in. However, in a lot of medical emergency situations, we've taken insurance for disasters, right? Not for regular day-to-day things. People actually take insurance for disasters. Similarly, the silos actually leads to a lot of application drops. By the way, these are all points, all touch points where an end customer gets either frustrated or irritated or is not having a seamless experience, right? And of course, last is the renewals, wherein a limited automation and lack of connectivity. wherein, I don't know, I'm sure all of you would start getting, as end consumers, I would say, you would start getting renewal calls from, sir, aapka insurance expire hone wala hai 1 mahine mein, why don't you renew, or 2 months earlier. Why do we keep bothering a customer when maybe a person like me, again, somebody called out that you need to know your customer to the core. People need to understand that if somebody is communicating asynchronously, we have to respect that. But that doesn't stop a lot of times. So these are classical challenge, and so Gartner recently called this whole gamut of tech around this, which is called CX as a service, which is consumer experience as a service. And at Acefone, we've been trying to pioneer this for the last year or so, wherein we have already pivoted to a customer experience platform, but we started roughly about February 2024 last year. So we were already trying to see that these are our core problems and how do we address these for our customers. Now, how did we actually address? So our platform is called ACEX. We'll just quickly walk through in the next few slides. But importantly, from a communication standpoint, the platform has an outreach capability. The platform has dialing interactions capability. I'll also cover up the insurance company, which actually used a component. So 4 products: Interactions Hub, dialers, and outreach solutions, as well as APIs, of course, for any other communications. Customers need to opt in, whether via missed calls, whether via outreach in terms of WhatsApp. By the way, we've also recently about to launch in the next release, in Feb 2025, we would be launching WhatsApp over voice as one of the first tech partners of Meta. Of course, there are many BSPs, the big telcos are there, but we are trying to be one of the first as tech guys to partner with Meta and enable WhatsApp voice. A lot of customers have been demanding that, calling over voice, over WhatsApp, and that's what we're trying to answer for them. Whether it's, all these touch points, there are claims specifically, there are claims management system which need to be integrated with all these touch points or customer experience platforms. We have capabilities, we built capabilities around that. In terms of calling, we have call distribution capabilities as compared to any dialer in the world. Of course, we won't still, we are not there as like a talk desk or any, but the ambition is to be there. Again, the last point is very crucial, which is hyper-personalization. Before Acefone, I used to work for a company called Chegg. It's in EdTech. And it's an American company helping students prepare for their exams. Now, we used to talk about hyper-personalization a lot when it comes to our end consumers. Now, personalization as an advent, or personalization is a technology stack, started back in 2007, 2008, when Amazon really started to sell, hey, you know what, you're trying to buy this. Do you want to also buy C, D, E as a product? So the personalization game, a digital personalization game, an ML algorithm of K-means, a basic K-means algorithm, started back easily 15, 20, almost 20 years. So Amazon would have started 20 years back. Now the world has even become more complicated with more data. And as our tech company, we have to manage a lot of data. We got to help our customers for their end customers to build hyper-personalization so that they can understand their customer better. So as an end user, I like to be communicated asynchronously. So my provider must know that. And that's what, as a platform, we are engaging and helping our customers with. Of course, let's come down to the actual case study. So we worked with the insurance company we're talking about has 16% market share in India. And the core problem they came up with us was lead drop-offs. They were not able to create good leads. And of course, when they were communicating with their customers, the Net Promoter Score, the NPS was low due to claims and reissuance. And of course, that led to inefficiency. Of course, that was due to inefficiency within the system. Now, how did we solve it? We solved it with two of our product offerings. So the core was Interactions Hub, wherein it's a omni-channel platform in simple words, but it's more like a shared inbox, wherein a consumer can talk to our customer irrespective of the channel, be it voice, be it WhatsApp, be it SMS, and try to have all interactions under one roof and insights around the same. At the same time, we offered them our outreach solution, wherein they can increase the quality of the leads by serving nearly 2 crore calls a day to generate actual leads. So that was the thought process and the power of the platform. And what was the impact? This is still evolving, and these are recent. So the difference was 30% increase in conversions because the data quality improved of the leads. The second is, since they were using Interactions Hub, they didn't have to go to multiple systems. It was all in one place, and people were able to communicate. It's a simple solution, but you have to integrate many challenges. The complexity is in tech, but the solution needs to be simple. And of course, increasing the retention and the long-term value of the customer. This was a summary. I'd not like to spend a lot of time here. I'd rather like to quickly give a glimpse on the 4 things. The Interactions Hub, which is the omni-channel shared inbox solution. The Contact Center, which is the dialing solution in terms of call distributions, relationship management use cases. Campaigns, which we have recently rebranded to a outreach solution, and of course API, so that you can connect your systems with this stack. A clientele, a quick look at clientele. Some of the large names like Fortis, Practo, then Red Chief, SAP are part of our clientele list. And of course, we are just outside this room. If you guys would like to understand for more details, just walk up and we can help you on all the things you have. All right, so this is about the organization. We've been in India, headquartered in Gurgaon, and we also serve customers abroad in UK as well as in US. So we also have serving customers abroad and build in India but deploy wherever the customers are. So that's about it. And security details we can give you more as we talk through each of you. All right, so that's all I'd like to talk about, and thanks a lot for listening. I hope I haven't taken a lot of time, but thank you. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ashish. And to do the honors, I would request Mr. Sahil Anand from Increed Premier.